Hey everyone, thanks for listening to the Grow Your Life podcast. My name is Jeremiah Krakowski, and on this podcast, I talk about ways for you to grow your coaching business, to reach more clients, and to make more money so that you don't have to struggle, so that you can actually make six figures working 5 to 15 hours a week. Now, in this episode, I want to talk about content creation. I've been doing some different content creation things and strategies lately that I've seen some great results from. More traction than I've been getting in, quite frankly, years. I've been trying to make content on my social media for a long time, but I wasn't gaining the kind of traction that I'm getting now. And so what I want to talk about is organic content creation and the psychology behind that. One of the first things you got to understand when it comes to creating content is it's all in the hook. This applies too to Facebook ads and this applies to advertising, but what gets people's attention is what gets them to stay with you. And so when you can get somebody's attention the right way, you can then move them to listen and engage, and that produces the results you want. Now, engagement for engagement's sake, not worth anything. You want the right engagement from the right people. And that's the key, is you want to identify who is your target market. So knowing your niche is important. I did a podcast episode last week all about finding your niche, and I can walk you through that process in that episode very simply. Once you know who you want to reach, we have to take a big picture here and look at why we're making content. See, a lot of people separate these two things. They think that, okay, I'm going to create an audience and then I'm going to sell something. And everybody who does that never does either. They never make an audience and they never sell anything because their mind thinks that that's the process, because that makes sense, but it's not in reality the way that you want to go about it. Instead, the best way is figure out what problem you can solve for somebody, find a group of people that you can help, and create a digital product or service that you can market to them. And then you create content that grows an audience of people that you can sell to. So you do these things all at the same time. And I think that this is one of the key elements of content creation. I think that we have to understand that we're not going to separate the audience building from the marketing and sales side of things. They're all in one piece. Okay? So understand that. Your purpose of your content that you put out there is not to change people, is not to preach at people. It's to build trust, and it's to help them and bring value to them. Now, a podcast like this, it's a little bit more preachy, right? So that actually is kind of the format of a podcast like the one that we have here. But when it comes to other kinds of content, that's not what we're looking for. What we're looking for is to create an experience that really connects with people, that draws them in so that they want to spend their time with us. So I want you to think about that. People are out there with problems that you can solve in a business, okay? Once you find your niche. How do you get those people to want to spend time with you? Well, you figure out what are they interested in? What are they into? What desires do they have? And you bait the hook with what they desire. And so that, like honey, draws people in to the thing that you're going to provide value for. Now, the reason why we provide value in content is to build trust. So we go attraction, trust building. Once trust is built, we can present a solution and close a sale. And that really is the 4 stages of online business. You want to attract the right people at scale. Think of 1,000 people that you could help, okay? Then, once you attract those people to you, you can solve a problem for them by getting them in front of you and helping them around a specific area. Once you do this, this builds trust with them. And then you can present what you have to sell. What a lot of people get wrong in sales and marketing is that they're selling the thing that they have to sell to people that have no trust in them. They're expecting people to basically go to like sleep with them on a one-night stand on the first date. It's silly. No human being does that, especially not today. And so you don't want to treat it that way, where you're looking for people that are just going to buy from you something. You want to find people that you can help serve. Okay? Once you figure out who those people are, you figure out what are the problems they have. And it's not that you conjure up some idea. It's that you actually get them to tell you what problems they need solved. Okay? And so, like, one of the biggest problems that I solve with people is I help them with lead generation, attracting the right clients, and closing business and making tens of thousands of dollars a month in their business without spending a lot of time or effort doing so. Okay? And so when you create content, your goal is to attract those people to you to build trust with you. And so what we have to understand is that content creation, when it comes to organic content, it has to be based around something that has two factors. Number one, it's related to their deepest desires. What are their fantasies? What are those things that they think about all the time that they really, really want? And the second part is it has to be super normal stimulus. And this part is a little bit different than the way that most people think about content creation. The way that most people think about content creation is I'm gonna provide value, I'm gonna follow a trend, I'm gonna do what a lot of other people do, but they're not really thinking in terms of supernormal stimulus. Okay? And so what is the term supernormal stimulus? Well, supernormal stimulus is something that exaggerates the qualities of normal stimulus to elicit a stronger response. It's an evolutionary concept on how organisms attract enhanced stimuli based on whether it be colors, based on there's a number of different factors. If we can pull up supernormal stimulus right here, it has to do with things in both biologically, it has to do with psychology, it has to do with what do we see that is outside of the normality of what we normally see on social media or that we normally see of people that are doing the things that we want. So you want to think about the desire that the person has. What are they dreaming about the most? And then what is slightly exaggerated above the normal as the hook? Okay? So we're going to hook people in with two things. What do they desire the most? You're also going to breed anticipation, interest, desire, and you're going to make them curious about what you have to share, okay? So, and you do this all in about 3 to 5 seconds. Here's an example of how that works, okay? Is that if I post a picture of me holding my son upside down on social media, that's different than a normal photo of a father and son that people would normally see on social media. And so it will grab people's attention because it is a it's an attention redirect. It is a outside of the normal that most people see. It's a disruptor. It's disruptive to what people normally think about, okay? So here's one of the things that we have to think about. If you're a coach, if you're a mentor, if you're building a business, and your goal is just to fit in, just to be like everybody else, to not push the envelope, you're not going to make money as far as that goes. Because the people that are succeeding are pushing the envelope, getting people's attention with stuff that's outside of just the simple norm. As far as that goes, okay? Now, I'm not talking about you needing to dance on social media or things like that, or you don't need to post yourself naked. By the way, those are forms of supernormal stimulus, and that's why they get a lot of traction. But you also want the right kind of traction, is the thing, okay? So you want to figure out who is the person that you want to reach, what do they desire the most, and then what, based around that desire, do they not normally see that aligns with what they desire the most, okay? So you want that supernormal stimulus to be based around the desire that they have. If my supernormal stimulus is me with my hat like this and being silly and stuff like that, but I'm trying to attract business owners, that's not necessarily going to work, okay? And so we have to show people in a way, you have to present ourselves in a way that fits into what is similar to what is normal, but it is on the outlier side of the extremes. Not super extreme that it's so extreme, because that, what's interesting is people have actually adapted now to social media to not pay attention to extremes for extreme's sake. But what they look for is they look for what looks normal but has just a little bit more of context to it, and it has to be based on what they want. And so when all of these pieces are together and you have a hook that's related to drawing people in, something like this. I always wondered how I could do it. When I started in my business, I wish somebody told me about this, and I wouldn't have to struggle the way that I did so often. So statements like that breed curiosity, and you could go a step deeper, such as like this. When I launched my first campaign, we lost tens of thousands of dollars before we made millions. So that points to both an extreme of a negative and then a positive, where people want to know the bigger picture and the bigger story. Okay? So when you're creating content, it's about pulling people into the story narrative. We all have story narratives that we can come up with. And here's one of the best ways for you, because if you're watching this right now, you're like, Jeremiah, I just don't have the creativity to come up with this. You don't have to. I want you to go scroll on your social media and see what content gets your attention. What content triggers something in you that feels exciting. And pay attention to and write down maybe 5 posts as you scroll for about 5 minutes on Instagram that might get your attention different than other things. What do they have in common? Okay? Now here's another way that you can do this. You can prime yourself to be able to notice and train your reticular activating system to see the trends and patterns that might work well to reach your client. So what I do to prime myself is I start to visualize who my target customer is. I start to imagine what their desires are. I start to imagine what they want, what they're struggling with. And then I start scrolling the algorithm with them in mind as if I am my target client. Not as myself, but as if I'm my target client. And so what this is this primes your mind to notice things by putting yourself into the mind of your target client. Okay? And so when you can do this, when you can actually put yourself into the mind of your target customer, to see things the way that your target customer would see them. This allows you the opportunity to see things from a different light and a different perspective, that then you can notice opportunities that you could borrow from or use as templates or even copy in your own way. You don't want to necessarily knock off or rip off somebody's content, but you might see somebody else that makes a piece of content that has a similar hook. You change a few words, do a few things like that. And I'll be honest with you, everything on social media these days, social media's been around long enough, it's all recycled based on something of some sort. And so gone are the days where we have to be the first original person to come up with that idea. But it has to be relevant to the person that we're trying to reach, okay? And so when you can do all this and we connect the dots, because here's the first piece, that's what we get the attention with. Then we can connect the dots with our message to what builds trust and eventually leads somebody to follow us, maybe leave a comment with a tagline, like a word, like leave a comment of leads. If you want to learn my lead generation system, right? Have you ever seen that? Well, it's great. Those are awesome tools that you can use. There's tools now that when people comment, you can actually then send a message with an offer that they opt into through your social media. And this is something that I would highly recommend you do, is to be able to do that. This is something that we're starting to do. We're starting to build out offers that people can start to do that. And then we can reach our target clients those ways with various offers that they can opt into and sign up for through those different mechanisms, okay? And you want to be able to iterate quickly through those types of things as well, okay? And so when you can do this, and you can do it really, really well, it allows you to get the attention of your target client, draw them into spending a little bit more time with you, maybe 15 minutes with you, to learn something from you, and then they can take action on something that you can lead them to become a customer or client of yours. Or you might get them on your email list after that, and then a week from now or 2 weeks from now, you nurture that trust with them. And then over time, as you build out your body of work, from your content creation to your email marketing to what you have to sell, you're able to draw people in, build trust with them to the point that they're ready to buy. And so when you're thinking about your content creation process, this is how everything that I look at starts. As I think about, first off, who do I want to reach? How do I want to help them? What's the biggest problem that they have? And then I go to work looking at how are these people being served right now. I also merge it with what are my experiences? What are the things that I have done that have helped me? And then I bring all of those together to create content that gets people's attention. We're starting to do that much better. It also keeps their attention longer. And this is another phase, again, I could do a much better job of this myself. I'm getting better at it, where you can actually even tell people like there's something at the end of the training. This is another thing. You might leave a hook at the beginning of the training about something at the very end that you're going to talk about. And then you draw people in to the training based on something that is at the very end of it that they're going to be anticipating and coming into for. Okay? And so when all of these pieces come together, it creates the kind of desire where people will listen to you. They will pay attention to you. They will invest their time because they want something in return, a payoff, some kind of a psychological reward that they're going to get out of it. And so all of your content needs to reward the person for paying attention to you. And it could be very subtle. It could be just something that they're not sure. They're just curious and they want to know, what is this thing? And so then you feed that curiosity with people. And then once you do this, the more you show up with them, the more you build that trust, the algorithm is going to keep showing more of your content to these people. And now you're cooking with gasoline. And that's when your content starts showing up again and again and again. They start engaging more. They start joining your email list. And this creates a compound effect that builds your business effectively. Okay? And so if you are a coach, mentor, trainer, you don't need to struggle trying to get clients. You don't need to struggle to waste time trying to come up with content ideas. If you can focus in on who do you want to help, what are they struggling with, just serve that. And then if you can pull those people, run a survey to get them to tell you what they're struggling with, where they actually verbalize or write down the things that they want, that they need help with, and you can create offers around those things. And then that will attract even more people to you. And this is the process that we use anytime we do content creation, anytime we make ads, as far as that goes. But it has to get people's attention. You can't just sit on the sidelines, and you can't just be like, well, I have so much value, people are just going to find me. You don't want to be a diamond in the rough. You want to shine brightly to people, okay? So that they can see what it is that you have and what you have to offer, all right? Listen, if this has helped you, stay plugged into my podcast, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'd love to also work with you inside my Client Growth Accelerator program, where we help people just like you get more clients and scale their businesses to tens of thousands of dollars per month, all the way up to millions of dollars a year. All right? We'll talk to you soon. Have a good one. Grow your life.